Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a side track again. Instead of the review, we're going to go back to do a little bit of customizing. This is the Spinmaster Batwing. I've removed the wings so far just to make things more manageable and fit. This is the Brainiac DC Collectibles. I chose this figure because I don't have the Michael Keaton Batman yet. It's coming in today. He is taller than the Mezco Superman, about the Mezco Superman sits about this high, so I put this guy in because of the bat ears. I'm hoping this will, this height of this figure will represent what the Keaton Batman will be. As you can see, as I kind of taped him so he still stays there. If you sit him like so, it's almost closing. The other thing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew. If you look at the back of this one, it's only held by screws. I'm going to unscrew it, and then we are going to saw off this part, because as you can see, it's wavy. That bottom is wavy while this one is not. So there's got to be some sort of space going on in there. And as you can see, the rear well also goes in there. So look at all the space in here. I think I can get all that space in. And then looks like the edge of the actual canopy for Batman should be ending here. So he's gonna sit over here. He should be ending there. So I think I'm also gonna cut out this part because his foot is gonna go inside anyway, and I can just cover that up with instrument panels. So stay tuned, and we will see what we can do. Alright guys, I've removed most of the screws. There's still two over here that's still kind of connected. Let us see what we are going to get. I removed the wings as well for now. As you know, it's pretty easy to remove, so let's see what it looks like. Oh, look at that. It comes off very, very nicely. So what I'm going to do is I got to be careful with this one. So that's the front wheels. So how does that work? How did that work? So you can use that. So okay. I can actually kind of remove this, and the wheel will just be exposed. What I'm planning on doing is I'm gonna sit the figure here, the legs will be here, and then some sort of computer stuff will be coming over here. So I've got an option to just cut this all the way completely, which means I'm going to lose these two screw holes, and that's fine. And then maybe cover this up for now, and then I'll paint the canopy. I think from here, because that's supposed to be black anyway. So, and I'll figure out the canopy over here, because I think I'm gonna seal this so it's not moving, and move the canopy to the front, for flipping this way or going back that way. Not sure yet. So let's figure out how I'm gonna cut this. And then the other thing is how much will I actually, those are the last two screws. Wait a second. How much will I actually gain by doing that? I think I will get a lot though, you know. I think I'll get like this much. Let's cut it all the way here to the back. Okay. I just cut this here. I just cut this. I'm gonna cut it all the way to the pinnacle here.
Come, my Jolly, let us partake in this adventure. Oh, uh-oh. It's kind of big. Kind of big for my Jolly saw. I want to use the jewelry saw because it's the most finest cut. I know there's not a lot of movement there.
I'm gonna switch to a more aggressive way of cutting because I think I can just cut it straight over here, and I'm gonna cut this part anyway because that's where the foot goes. I'm just gonna cover this up with instrument panels anyway. I'm hoping, and I don't really need this because that's gonna go away anyway. So I can go more aggressively. So this will be on. I'll fast forward this anyway, so you won't hear too much of a. Okay, well, initially I wanted to show you guys how I was doing it, and I did shoot a few seconds of it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit out the sound because it's extremely annoying. But so I basically just followed the whole thing, cut over here, followed the whole thing. This was my initial cut. And you must be wondering why I didn't just do this in the first place, because sometimes you need to make sure your cut is so fine that you can restore it back. So, I mean, compared to this, which is taking a lot of plastic, compared to this one, which basically becomes almost like a puzzle, you know, it's so close that it's almost seamless, this cut that I made. But after realizing it didn't seem like it was that necessary, so I went ahead more aggressively for the cut. I haven't removed it, as you can see, so I'm just going to do my final cuts here, and voila. We are now going to return. So in the front, there's barely going to be any damage, as you can see, because I cut from the side rather from the bottom. What else did I want to say? Everything here is going to be covered by, I'm going to put some sort of hand rest instrument panel here. This is going to go forward anyway, and hold on a second while I put on the bottom part. I of course lost the T connections over here for the screws, which I think is just going to be fine. Also, you can see the thickness of the plastic, so this is really well constructed. It's not going to mess up or anything. Lining it up. Look at how much space I got. Now, I mean, you might think it's not a lot, but look, this is almost a quarter of an inch, maybe a quarter. I mean, 3/4 of an inch, a quarter. You know, and I think that's gonna work much better. So we're gonna sit Brainiac, because I removed the instrumental panel over here. I can now sit him much closer. Up like that. I think I might have to remove this. I don't want to though, because that's where this that's where the wheel is. How much more do I want him? Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, I can remove this part. This part is the problem because that's where the wheel is. And unfortunately, it doesn't have enough bend for me to... Okay. Just need them to be like this for a little bit. Make sure he's standing up. I'm going to put the canopy back on. Okay, so I want the Batman to be moving a little bit more forward because this is going to be black. But as you can see now, look at how much headroom there is. Remember before it wouldn't even close? Look, there's almost like a ½ inch headroom. Wow. So, to further illustrate what I'm going to do later on, I don't want to use this one, it's too tough. I'll use masking tape. So this part is going to be painted black all the way to the back here. So I do need the figure to move a little bit more forward. And then instrument panel over here, that's perfect. That's going to hide everything in this part. So all you're going to see is this part from the Batwing. I hope this guy has helped you out to figure out what you're going to do with your Batwing from, what is this again? I forgot the name of the company. Anyway, you know, I said in the beginning of the video, but there's a lot of space in there, and you can, obviously, there's a lot of space on the headroom, over 1/2 inch, so I can actually add plastic in here to make this look better. Because I still need to put the chair in here and all that stuff. So the bottom is still gonna get raised by, I don't know, 1/4 inch, which is just fine. It's not gonna hit the headroom. So there you go, guys. A lot of space left now. If you guys want to do it yourself, I wasn't sure I was gonna do this because this is gonna hang on my wall anyway, but it's hanging on my door. It's the perfect size for it, so I wanted to have a Batman Keaton sitting in front of it. Oh, you know what? I forgot. This is gonna be bigger than. I don't know if I'm gonna use this anyway. This is the NECA Batman. I just remembered I have him. I could have been using him all along, but this guy is taller though. So if you guys have this figure, you guys are gonna find out if it's gonna work or not. So again, I need to put in a little bit more. So it might work because that DC Collectibles is almost 7 inches. But this is 7 inches with the cowl. And the verdict is it almost works, but the cowl is bent. That means I won't be able to put anything in the seat, which is just fine. I think if I move him a little bit forward, because the top of this is actually over here and he's sitting there. Just a little bit more space, but let's see. Yep. That works. You guys didn't see it because it's he moved a little bit. Just close it. You can't see it through the glass with the glare and everything. And he's leaning a little bit. It's like barely there. It's almost touching, but that's how he's gonna look. I think I can use this. This is not the original NECA, obviously, because I didn't buy it when it was coming out, so this is actually a bootleg. But he bends enough so I can. he sits unnaturally. See how high I have his legs cut up like that? But I need something to put in here so he can just stand up. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Tape his hands. I'm taping his hands to stabilize the figure inside. Okay. If I'm not closing the canopy, that's almost a perfect. Kind of hard for me to see because of the glare of the camera. Once I start closing it, the very top of his ears are getting squished. Yeah. Man, that's close. That is so close. I'm not going to be putting my mezco. Well, this is going to be taller than the mezco. Anyway. Maybe I will. Alright guys, I'm going to close it there. I think you guys can see where I'm taking this from. I don't know if there's going to be a part 2 in this one. Because I'm kind of that lazy. But and I've got a lot of reviews coming up that I have to do. But, you know, just look up on my channel. If you're interested in seeing if I'm going to do another part 2 in this one. Look it up just in case I do. At any rate, thank you for watching. I hope this helps you guys out to mess around with your Spinmaster. That's what it's from. Spinmaster. It's 40 bucks. I just had to do it. It's 40 bucks. I can throw away 40 bucks, no problem. So, and it worked out beautifully. So if you can find it, it's a Target. I think it's an online only purchase. I hope you guys get a chance to get it. This NECA, because he's not releasing the Batman anymore, I think you can get a knockoff off of eBay or something. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned if I do decide to do the upgrade on this one. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this because it is just going to be hanging on the wall. I'm not sure if I'm going to fill up this waffling that they're doing here in the wings. I think I can do it. I'll have to shore it up with this one and basically just cut a pattern of sheets of my, just so happens I have a black. Basically just I'd just be basically cutting that, you know, and then, yeah, look, and I can cover it up. I don't know. If I'll do that, then that'll have to be another video. Seems like it's an easy thing to do. Anyway, like I said, it's going to be on the wall. I'll never see the inside, but maybe, and I don't want to hang it on the ceiling because I do want to see the cockpit if I'm going to do this much work. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned if I do decide to make another update video on this one. Who knows?